episode 22 of MessyPod. We're coming to a close soon, Mike.
I also, like, how are we going to start, like, keeping track of this? Because, like, we're just, for season 1 and season 2, we're just kind of like, guess we're done.
I know. I mean, since it's our show, I guess we can always determine. We have the...
Yeah. I feel like
the freedom to determine when the end of a season is.
I know. I mean, there is no like set number usually for seasons.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing this because it's Pride Month. We have something special coming up.
And also this season was just very rocky, and we might as well take a break and figure things out for our next steps in the future.
Well, we started calling it season 2 because we were in like a new setting,
new
place,
studio,
new management, and now we have none of that.
Mm-mm.
So in season 2 has been a roller coaster.
Gained so much and lost so much in a matter of weeks on this season.
Back, we had a production crew.
We had an entire set of people. We were in a mansion, bitch.
And then quarantine done fucked it all up. Mm-hmm. And then we, because of things behind the scenes, I think chose not to go back.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think we're going back.
No,
we don't know. We're going to figure that out. Probably not. We're probably going to find a new place, a new home. If we do this more.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, according to the views from I saw on YouTube, everybody else liked the set, and y'all liked that a lot more than just this.
Yeah, I know. But like when we first started, though, people liked this more than like the set, and then when we went back to this, people were like, "Oh wait, no, I like the set more." So like, y'all need to make up your minds.
I know. But I liked it. We had it was like easier. It was easier to have guests.
These are like, everything was very professional feeling. Are you good?
No. I'm trying to play it off because I can't do this when we're live.
You have the cum of that guy's throat of the guy's dick you sucked to get into this building.
Shut up.
Stuck in your throat.
You made a flaky Pop-Tart and I ate it.
Oh yeah. You're not allergic to anything, right?
No. No, it was just very good. It was very buttery, flaky.
Yes, we made. Oh, Jesus Christ, But yeah, we made Bon Appetit's Claire Saffit's Pop-Tart version of Pop-Tarts, and so, and and so we tried our best, and it was good. You liked it at least. It's killing you now, but you liked it at least.
I'm trying to really get it out. All right. Wow. So we have a live show coming up.
We have a live show coming up. This episode is mainly going to be us talking about it and hyping it up so y'all can buy tickets and love us so we can do actual real life live shows in the future.
Yes.
This basically, that's what that is a test run, and we really need...
I'm so sorry.
What? Mike is currently coughing his lungs out. Wow. Maybe put down the pipe, dude. Maybe it's time.
Okay, that's not even funny. That's not even funny, mister. I watched your 67-minute video.
47-minute video. That's also news. I finally watched Mike's 47-minute video of him talking about some serious, deep shit, and I don't know if we want to talk about it in this episode.
You want to have a deep podcast? We could have a deep podcast.
Probably not this episode. We're trying to announce things. We're trying to announce happiness and gay,
I know. Well, should we say what's going to be on the live show?
Should we get into our segments first and then talk about the live show?
Well, you do whatever you want to do, honey.
Well, whatever my heart desires. Mm-hmm. I say segments first. Let's get them out of the way, and then we'll talk more.
Yeah.
We'll talk more shit.
I also definitely want to adjust how we do segments. Obviously, we've said we're not going to do segments if we don't, we're not pressured to do it. If we don't have one, we're not pressured to do it. But I do think we should definitely work on making sure we do it in the beginning and shortening them, because sometimes I feel like our segments become the whole podcast. We go on
for so long. Yeah. I think it would also be cute if we actually had like small little intro segments for our segments.
Yes, our segments.
Our segments.
I just don't want the whole podcast to always be just our segments, because then it's going to be the same thing every episode. And I like having, like, remember it was like always a different thing every podcast?
Yeah.
I want to make sure we stick to that. The segments are just like a familiar bonus.
Little like landmark for you to always like grab onto. But I have something for Gay Agenda. I have two things.
Give it to me. I have a gay agenda too. I want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
You
ready?
First.
1, 2, 3. Gay Agenda with Mac. So this week's Gay Agenda case. The Supreme Court has decided we exist.
Okay.
The Supreme Court has decided we get rights now.
Yeah. Did you see the picture of all 9 of them? And it was like the 3 that voted no in the middle. It's like, not you.
Yeah.
You.
For LGBT. Well, basically, the Supreme Court has decided that it is LGBT people are under the anti-discrimination laws and that you cannot be fired or dismissed from your job for being a gay, a trans, a lesbian, or a bisexual.
You want to know what white privilege is?
What?
White bisexual privilege? Because, like, I mean, I haven't been out until, like, I guess relatively recently. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that this was, like, still a thing.
Yeah,
and that's privilege.
It's been a fight for decades.
No, but
just
like when you grow up in school, you learn like, guys, in the past, racism was a bad thing, but we stopped it with the Civil War. That's kind of how they make it sound. Mm-hmm. And like same thing, like remember like back in the day where like we didn't like, I mean, I guess we're living in a bubble here in California. You forget the rest of the world's not like West Hollywood.
Yes.
So,
duh.
Yeah. You forget.
The rest of the world was like West Hollywood. The world would be a lot more fucked up than it is now, okay?
It's just like, I can't believe it was just like to see and hear, and that's why I've become so much more vocal about it. It's like, I don't like how they teach you in school and try to make it seem like racism is a past thing.
Yeah, I talked about this. Did you watch my video?
No.
Wow.
I saw Shane Dawson did.
Yeah, Shane Dawson did. But yeah, I watched my video. That's what I said. I said, like, we need to stop saying that things ended with just a certain event. Yeah. Like, oh, this happened, and suddenly this happened. Everything is cured and done. I said, for example, World War II happened. We still got Nazis.
Yeah.
So,
and I love how the
nothing
people
just ends in history.
And I don't like how these people that are super like Donald Trump are all like, we're doing it because it's American. He's American. You're standing next to a Nazi in a voting line and you have the same vote. How?
And Nazis aren't even American.
Exactly. I don't understand. That's my point.
They didn't even start America.
Like if you I don't understand how a red flag doesn't pop up if you stand next to a Nazi and a Klan member and don't think,
It's like, what, man? Maybe
Maybe
I'm not on the right path.
And I don't want anybody to get me wrong. Like I don't like Joe Biden. I don't. Mm-hmm. I absolutely don't like him. Every time I see his YouTube ads, I cringe. I think he's going to be nothing for this country. But I would rather somebody do nothing for this country than somebody who will actively be terrible. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was our political segment of MessyPod. Yeah. The other gay agenda I had, someone submitted me a gay agenda. I forgot the guy's name.
Thank you guys for sending in gay agendas.
I know, and I actually read this one, and I was like, ooh, that's so cool. But one of the strongest mans in the world, he holds the Guinness World Record for some log strongman competition.
You're going to talk about me right now? Mag.
Yeah, oh my God, you're so strong. But yeah, one of the strongest men in the world, he is openly gay. He has been out. He's openly out. Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
And apparently, all the strongmen, there hasn't been any big opposition of him coming out. All the strongmen are like, yeah, I mean, whatever.
I know he's a bottom. I know he is. I know he's a bottom.
You know he's a bottom.
Big guys like that are bottoms, and that's not a bad thing. I don't think
I've seen that. Jokes, have you seen those memes of like Europe, like bottoms? There's all those muscular men, and like the tops were all like these twinkish,
dude,
tall
because
guys.
it's not easy. You got to be able to like
take it. You know, bottoming is a tough sport. You know, the strongest man can do it. We can do it. We don't know. We're not gonna assume.
No, that's why it's a test.
What is his name? I want to shout him out. I'm gonna shout him out. We should get him as a guest.
Honestly, I mean, we had Billy Rylick.
True. We had one strong man. We get another.
I'm starting a training session with Billy Rylick. So if y'all start to slowly see me get yoked and fucking get jacked on this bitch.
Yoked?
Watch, I'm gonna get yoked.
What is yoked?
Yoked, like.
Yoked?
Yoked, big, swole.
Oh, okay. His name is Rob Kearney.
Swag. Wow.
Got me coughing.
Wow.
What it says. Huge fan of you, Mike, and the podcast.
Mike?
This is hi, Mac. Huge fan of you, Mike, and the podcast. Okay. I'm a straight male who is a huge fan of a strong man, and recently had a gay friend send me a link about Rob Kearney, the first openly gay man competing in strongman. I found it odd that they didn't know him and thought I didn't as well. Rob's story is one of overcoming understandable fear in a sport community many assume wouldn't accept him and being happily proven wrong when his friends and fellow strongman came out and said, "We don't care, man. You're still you. You're still strong as fuck. You're still our friend and rival." Honest cute.
Our friend and rival.
Oh, what happened? Why are you grabbing me?
Is this them?
Yeah, I think so. Why? Do you have a story about it?
No.
No? What's happening?
No.
Mike, why are you everywhere? Okay. So, no, gay agenda's over. I'm done. I hate you. We're talking about this after the podcast. I don't even want to, whatever. Okay, so hookup time.
No, I have a gay agenda.
You have a gay, what's your gay agenda?
Okay, so I had a thing where, all right. With everything going on, it's kind of a little bit political again.
Okay.
My parents, as you know, like my mom, been a guest in the podcast, beautiful woman, sweet woman. My dad, I made a video with him recently, so much fun and everything. They both are like, they lean more like Republican. And I know my dad is actually a big Trump supporter. Big Trump supporter. And
I don't know if you want to say that out loud.
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. And then I was talking to them. And he's in the way I am, I'm not very left and I'm not very right. And even if I don't agree with your political opinions, I'm somebody that can be empathetic and I could sit down and have a calm conversation with about it. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I could respect your decisions and I could respect my decisions. But with the way everything is going, it's not a political argument anymore. Now things are getting personal. So when I see Trump add to his 2020 campaign that they support conversion therapy, that they support making it harder for LGBTQIA plus people to get healthcare, making it harder for us to adopt. When I see stuff like that, I now have copied the articles and I sent it to my mom first. And I said, I am watching you and Dad very carefully. Because I never
said that. That's your gay agenda news?
Well, because, no, it gets worse.
Okay.
No, it gets better.
Okay.
Because in the past, like 4 years ago, I wasn't able to have this conversation with my parents. This is the first election year where I'm out to my family. So I was like, I'm just letting you guys know. You say you love me and you support me. This is happening. I'm watching you very carefully. So, my mom kind of was like, oh, well, obviously I can't support that. And I basically was like, great to hear it. I don't know if she's blowing smoke up my ass or if she's being serious. And then my dad called me and he's like, your mom told me you talked to her. What's going on? And I told him what was happening. He gave me his whole side. And then I responded. I was like, Dad, I understand. Because he basically said, economically, I'm just looking out for myself. And I was like, great. Love that for you. But you have to understand now as your son, who is now known to be part of the LGBT community, when you support someone like Trump actively, when you're posting and sharing stuff about him on Facebook, all these great things, because he posted, Trump donated all this money to this organization, but we don't cover that on the news, and I commented on it so all his friends could see. And I was like, you're right. We'll give him credit for that once, it stops being overshadowed by the blatant racism and homophobia. Once my friends stop dying and I can have a kid, I'll give him credit. And then he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, Dad, not just to me, what you're doing, let me tell you what that says to me. Even though you vote for whoever you want. I'm not going to not love my dad or be mad at them or not talk to my parents because of who they vote for. But I will let you know what it says to me when you do. And this is something that I have the luxury of being able to tell you because there's a lot of kids who aren't out yet who see their parents doing this, and this is what it says to them. And this is what I want all parents who have gay kids, or you know what, you might not even know you have gay kids yet. Just wait. You know what I mean? But just know what your vote says to kids and your loved ones who might be LGBT. It says, oh, that campaign supports conversion therapy. I approve of those places. I approve of the idea that who you are is wrong and a camp could change that and make you right. Oh, it makes it harder for you guys to get healthcare.
Even though one of the inventors of conversion therapy came out and said, this shit does not work, my bad.
Exactly.
People are still believing conversion therapy is a thing.
Exactly. And I was like, Dad, you want to stand more on the side of, at your economic growth and your bank account. Great. So you care more about your bank account than your son's ability to get healthcare and possibly give you a grandkid one day. That's what that says. And he was like, oh, I never thought about it that way. I'm like, of course you never thought about it that way because you never had to deal with that kind of stuff. Yourself. And it's just in my in this day and age, I need everybody if you're going to do that, sit down and think not about you for a second. Think about what it says to your friends and family, because at the end of the day, I will love my family and everybody and friends. You know what? You vote for whoever you want. But if you go and you support that man and you vote for Donald Trump, I will never look at you the same way, because I will know where you stand and I will know how you feel about me at the end of the day. And that is just the tea. Don't tell me you love me if you're not able to stand with me. If you're voting for that man, you don't love me. You tolerate me. And I will always know that.
T. Look at you growing.
Gay agenda with Mike.
Look at you growing. No wonder people love you now. Everyone in the comments is like, oh my gosh, Mike is so hot and he's also so woke.
They said that about Jake, not me. Everybody was talking about Jake.
Everyone, yeah. No, my boyfriend's behind the camera, by the way. He made us these drinks. We didn't even shout him out. What is the drink is?
It's rum.
Cheers.
It's rum. Cheers.
Cranberry juice.
Rum, cranberry juice, and lemonade, right?
Simple syrup. Lemon and raspberry.
And it's called a Gaylord.
It's going to give you a gay hangover.
Exactly.
It's good as hell.
Hey, bringing a weed hell. Okay,
But no, I just want to let everybody know, like, I have the most loving parents in the entire world. And my dad literally ended the phone conversation with, like, you know, Mike, I've never thought about this before. You gave me a lot to think about. Thank you for having that conversation with me. And that is what everybody needs to do. I feel like we're so hellbent on fighting and so hellbent on making our side win, and doing that by making your side look bad. I literally had such a calm, loving conversation with my father, and at the end of the day, we were both able to see one another's points of views, and at the end of the day, we both learned something. And now, maybe I might have changed someone's opinion because I listened to them and I heard them. I didn't just belittle and attack. And that comes from the left too. Everybody who's like, unfollow me if you support Donald Trump. No, you're being just as intolerant as the side that you hate. You need to be able to sit down and listen to a side, whether you agree with it or not. You can't just block it out, because that is refuting that it even exists. Oh my God. I'm political. I'm going to run for president.
And as we've learned in history, ignoring something that is slowly growing can cause actual destruction. We have a guest?
We have a guest.
Never
mind, they hung up.
Who was it?
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
We're podcasting. I'll call you later.
Yo, fuck your podcast.
Make sure we put featuring.
But I was going to say, like ignoring something just because you don't think it's important or stuff can, and while it's growing, can be dangerous, because that's literally how Nazism started. It started off in a small ass bar, and people thought it was just these extreme people, and then suddenly took over an entire country and almost the entire fucking world. So ignorance just causes disaster.
It does.
Don't be ignorant.
No. And we had a great conversation. It was the best conversation I've had with my family in a long time. And even in on my birthday, my dad sent me a really long text. Because he was like Mr. like high school bully. Let me give everybody like a wedgie. He's like, I've learned so much from having you as a son. You changed like my mindset completely to what it used to be, and that would never happen without you. And I was like, oh, you know what I mean? These are conversations I never thought would have been not only had but received. So I don't want anybody saying anything negative about my parents or my dad for their political views, because whether we agree with it or not, they're my fucking family, bitch. I'll eat you.
I know, like your mom. She complimented my kitchen, so she's getting my book.
My mom loves you. Are you kidding me? She was like, when I come back here, she wants to cook a spaghetti and meatballs. Enjoy her pasta, bitch.
Oh, I want to try your mom's pasta.
It's so good.
Oh my God.
She stuffs her meatballs with mozzarella.
Oh,
fuck it up.
I will risk it for her.
That biscuit. Oh yeah, is it?
Hookup time?
Oh, it's hookup time with Mike.
Woo!
Yeah. All right. I also should make an announcement that you brought to my attention. Y'all fucked it up. Y'all ruined hookup time.
Y'all
and from now on
are ruining it.
Yeah.
And now we have to start pre-screening our hookup times.
Yeah.
Just because y'all decided to ruin the fun and make up stories and say you're over 18, and then we Google you and look you up on your Instagram and you're still in fucking high school.
Okay. Yeah. The kid from last week, he emailed us back, and I sent it to Mac. He was like, oh, he said that it was valid. He said that story was real. So
and
Mac
I looked up the person who follows us on Instagram, exact name, still in high school. Looks like a child. We say this on the top of every single time. Do not send us a hookup time story if you are under the age of 18.
Because then not only is, you know what? If it's not fake, then it's wrong.
It's wrong. And so now we got to pre-screen y'all. Now we got to search y'all up. Now we got to Google y'all. And we don't want to do that. That's so much time on our hands. But here we are.
It's just, I'm just going to stop saying names.
Stop saying names?
I'm gonna stop saying names. I'm going to read it ahead of time and see. Because obviously, I told you guys I want you to go above and beyond. I want you to give me a juicy story. But also, I have been around the block. Let me tell you guys right now. You can give us the craziest fucking story right now. None of you have done what I've done. None of you have been where I've been. And I will be able to tell you right now if it's fake or not.
You haven't gone through what I've gone through. You haven't seen what I've seen.
None of y'all know the shit. Literally.
I've gone through the gutter. And back again. Okay.
What is that from?
I don't know.
You've said that before.
I have. I don't know.
How many gutters have you?
A lot, man. Have you seen?
I'm just saying, guys, I'm not putting anybody down, but don't try to get anything past me because I'm not the one. That's all. Anyway, this story is called Latex, Taco Bell, and Cum. People are just giving us 3 words now.
I like how that's how it catches our attention because a lot of our podcasts are like 3 things.
That's you
titled. That's me. That's my brand.
That reminds me of Grace Helbig's podcast where she.
I love that you're talking right now, but the mics cannot hear you.
Speaking to the me.
We are podcasting. Thank you very much.
Oh wow, a lover's quarrel. Speaking of, we should have Grace Helbig on. She'll answer.
We should.
She answered my DM once.
She's like, hey.
She didn't answer me, but she said on her podcast that she at least sees my DMs.
True.
Because she knew I deleted them. So we could DM and be like, hey, dude, hey, come on our podcast.
We can do like a Zoom podcast with her and Mamrie.
They're going to want payment.
They probably.
Okay, you guys, they inspired us.
Do
it for the biscuit.
Do it for the love
Come
of
on.
2 people that were inspired by your content to create our own content.
Her and her boyfriend review Housewives. I'm like, have me on. What? Are you kidding?
Hookup time.
Hey, hookup time. 1, 2, and. I'm going to start by saying I'm in the Army.
Ooh.
This DL guy, also
Ooh.
in the Army.
Ooh, Army sex? Oh, gosh, I'm into it.
I used
I'm
to hook up with people in the Army in college.
Really?
Yeah, because there was a port near my campus.
Well, I've had a few Army men talk to me, but I don't know if they're fully real. That's the closest I've ever been.
Wow. Anyway, this DL guy, also in the Army, hit me up on Grindr and asked to meet. I tell them that we aren't allowed because of the visiting hours that our barracks have. Oh, so they're going to fuck on the base.
On the base?
On the base, bitch.
Is that not allowed?
I mean, I would assume. I mean, they just... Is
Keep
it allowed?
Burping like into the microphone.
If it's allowed, do you think it's like prison rules? Like everybody in the Army, now that it's allowed, they're just like fucking each other? Even the straight guys? I mean, you're in the Army.
I think there's some like regulations about it or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm imagining on like a port.
We should give him a mic.
I know. I was like, we should give you a mic now because you can't shut up.
No, I asked him a question. I asked him a question. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
I'm not
baited
I'm
you.
not abusive to my boyfriend. Only
Mac
on
hits him.
camera.
Mac
It's
hits
a
him.
comedy. It's
I've
a
said
bit.
this before.
It's
Mac
a
beats
bit.
me. I've said it before on the podcast. Mac beats me. He beats his boyfriend. Mac beats us, guys. Cancel him. Cancel Mac.
Cancel
2020.
me. Actually cancel me. Actually cancel me. Okay. James Charles made almost $2 million for being canceled in 1 month. I want to be canceled too. I want to make $1 million, guys.
I just want. Okay. I was.
have receipts.
I just. You know what I saw?
I can mentally take it. Okay. I'll make it a joke. Let's go.
mentally take it and physically take it.
And
baby.
physically take it. Fist me. Fist me with that cancellation,
Fine.
daddy.
You get the money from being canceled. I'll get the money from OnlyFans.
And
At
we'll-
Mike's Big
we'll
Eggplant.
combine-
No one follows me.
We'll combine our money and make a great show.
Damn. I posted a little sexy underwear photo today. I was
Really?
like,
Wow. Should I subscribe to OnlyFans? Should I give you that money?
No,
Okay.
not you. But if anybody else, I'm doing a whole fitness journey where I'm posting the fitness stuff, and I'm posting fitness stuff and underwear stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now's your time to advertise your OnlyFans. What is the OnlyFans again? Say it again. Say it again for the audience.
Mike's Big Eggplant.
Mike's Big Eggplant,
And
ladies
it was
gentlemen.
all about eggplants in the beginning, but now it's about fitness, underwear, and vegetables.
And underwear. You can see the bulge. If you want to see more of Mike's delicious Italian bulge, head over to Mike's Big Eggplant.
Well,
OnlyFans.com/Mike. Is OnlyFans.com/Mike Biggs Eggplant, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
give
I
him
got
that.
annoyed. I saw this one kid did it, and he posted like this whole story about like why he has an OnlyFans, and he was like teasing like might show full nudes, might show, and he's doing it. I'm doing it for body positivity because like people always comment on my stretch marks and stuff like that. I'm like, that's very great. But bitch, let's be honest. At the end of the day,
that money prevalent, that money relevant.
Yeah.
Let's just straight up say it, bitch.
Ari's is great. I mean, I'm just doing like more provocative stuff. I'm not doing nude, but I'm doing like more provocative stuff than I would do on
post
Instagram.
like one tasteful nude. Like do like a nude photo shoot and post like one photo.
But it
where
wouldn't
like
be
it's
dick.
covered.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
Do that.
That'll do.
Get a good photographer. No.
I mean, my butt's already been. Kayla Casillas is the one who made the most fun of me. She makes a lot of money on it, but because she was like, my tits leaked a long time ago, so now I might as well just like make money off of it.
Yeah,
she goes,
like
Mike,
that.
Your ass was on global television.
Post your ass
Everybody's
all
already
over
seen it. What are you hiding it for? I'm like,
sad.
all right, sorry, back to the story.
Okay, yeah.
I tell him that we aren't allowed because of the visiting hours that the barracks have. He says that he can sneak me.
Sneak you.
Sneak.
Ooh.
I'm gonna snake you.
Sneak me, daddy.
I pull up to the barracks building and see this guy in a sweatshirt, beanie, and sunglasses. Pause. Have you ever been snuck in somewhere that you weren't allowed to fuck by somebody else to hook up in that place?
Yes.
Same. A lot.
Oh, it's only been once for me. Like how I'm talking about this with my boyfriend across the way.
I knew this guy back in Jersey who used to... They had like an accounting firm, and they had an office a few towns away. And then once a month, they would host like parties at like 2 a.m. and it would just be in the office, and it would just like be like packed full of people.
Oh, well, mine was just a guy that wasn't out to his parents.
Oh.
And so we were two guys working on a project together. Suddenly at like 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah. I've had sex in a police office. I've had sex in a fire truck. The police. Another thing I want to talk about. I said this to my dad, and I was going to post this. I know, I got mad. Mike's rants. Sorry, fuck hookup time at Mike. Except for Mike's rants. Okay. Because I got to talk to you.
Okay.
You know how everybody is also a big button right now is police. And defunding the police. And saying that police
Speaking of that.
change.
I choked on the drink. I'm sorry. I choked on the drink. But speaking of that, did you hear about Trump's and its executive order that like literally was like missing the entire purpose of the entire fucking
Yes, I did.
protest? Him being like, oh, we'll give you money when you actually fill these criterias, and the criterias are so like fucking loose. It's like, bitch, you didn't know. That was just a distraction. That was just like a red herring that he threw out.
I posted something on Facebook and it caused a little bit of a stir.
Ooh.
And I took it down. Because a lot of people...
Was as much of a stir as Nickelodeon saying SpongeBob is gay and then leaving the room?
Yeah!
They made that post, blocked all comments, and never posted for the rest of that day. They were like...
Good. They need to. Because here's the tea. And I posted this on Facebook, and I dropped the bomb, and I left the house. Because a lot of people in my hometown, everyone loves talking about like, oh, well, we need to stick up for the police because not all police are bad. You're right. You're right. Not all police are bad. But that's like saying... Then you're coming at the protesters because we have some people looting, and you're blaming that all protesters.
Yeah,
are bad.
I know.
First of all, that's hypocritical. Second of all, I want to know.
We understand an individual is not that bad. What people are protesting is not the individual. People are protesting the entire system. The police system is broken, and it's been broken for decades.
You could be a good person working for a broken system.
For a broken system, and that system is broken as fuck. And you cannot sit here and say it's not.
Thank you.
You cannot sit here and say act like there's no other alternative. There is an alternative. We just don't know the alternative because that's all we've known is that fucking broken ass system, which is broken ass shit.
Ready? I'm cracking my neck. And two, the old white people in my hometown or that live in Bergen County, New Jersey, I would love to know your opinion on the police, and I would love to know if you feel the same way, if you knew that they were fucking your kids when they were 16 to get them out of speeding tickets.
Ooh. Shit.
Because some of y'all on Facebook, and I'm going to say this right now, I'm not going to drop names. I have half of mine too. I know badge numbers because listen, police, you watched my long video.
Yeah.
I was put in a lot of compromising positions, and I didn't say I never got caught. I never got arrested. I had to do things for police because I was given that option.
Ooh.
I swear to God. So New York City, I know your badge numbers, sir. I got your wife on speed dial, sir. Okay, because I'm not a scared kid anymore, sir. And I know not one, but several high school kids, girls and boys, who used to have to suck a few dicks or get fucked a few times around town to get out of a speeding ticket or a drinking citation. If you fuck with me again or you post another ignorant bullshit post on Facebook, I will drop a name. Fuck with me. Back to the story.
Because all the old white people watch MessyPod.
Back to the story.
I might put this on Facebook. Fuck with me. I put the
Fuck
thing,
with me.
and everybody was like, my dad was like, Mike, take it down. And I was like, Dad, you want to know what they did to me? And he was like, don't what? And I was like, exactly. So anyway, so what happened? Where we live? They were sneaking into the barracks.
I remember. Yeah, they were sneaking in. They were getting sneaked in.
I'll go back a few lines. Sorry, guys.
We literally said beforehand we were going to make the entire podcast our fucking segments. And look.
Well, we don't have anything else really to talk about today.
It's just mostly our show announcement. Okay, keep going.
This is called a big rant. Just a big
rant. A big
segue rant.
A big fat girthy rant. That's the title of this podcast.
Hell yeah. Oh God. Okay, so I tell him that we aren't allowed because he can't be. I pull up to the barracks building and see this guy in a sweatshirt, beanie, and sunglasses. Now it's dark out. Mm-hmm. There is no need for all this getup. I'm dyslexic. He texts me and says to follow him. I do. And this man leads me downstairs to the basement into a dark-ass cellar. There is nothing but the moonlight in the room. He is adamant about keeping the glasses on. Sunglasses?
Sunglasses on?
I mean, that's one thing in a Grindr photo, but the fucking what?
I don't know. I've seen videos of people fucking sunglasses. That's more for privacy reasons. Sorry, my boyfriend was taking a photo.
So we start kissing. Oh, kissing with sunglasses.
How do you kiss someone with sunglasses?
It's awful.
Okay.
So,
thank you for telling me.
So we start kissing, and he turns me around and eats my ass.
Ooh, with sunglasses?
With sunglasses. He then tries to fuck me without a condom or lube. I'm like, nah, bro.
Okay, so you remember to put on sunglasses but not fucking bring a condom or lube, bitch. Okay.
Now he tries to fuck him without a condom or lube. I'm like, nah, bro, my ass ain't ready for your whole dick without lube or a condom. He says, I have a condom and spit.
Nah, bro.
Nah.
My asshole ain't ready for your fucking wetless. I don't know.
Lubeless, condomless dick.
Condomless dick, bro.
And he responded, I got a condom and spit.
Spit.
I mean, okay, I've said this before. The ones that are like, I'm a top, they're the ones that embed our bottoms that say just you spit. That has happened to me several times. Several fucking times. Anyway, now I know that spit isn't lube. Here it comes.
Here we go.
Now I know that spit isn't lube.
Yeah.
But when a bitch needs some dick, capitals, a bitch needs some dick. So he puts the condom on and fucks me for a minute, an actual minute. He pulls out, takes the condom off, puts me on my knees, and started to take control of my head.
Ooh, what?
I guess now he's fucking his head. Okay. After he was just fucking you in the ass and he starts fucking you in the head.
Wow.
Guys, reverse that. Flip it down and reverse it. Excuse me. He got really excited and started to take control of my head. After 3 minutes of getting face fucked, I throw up my dinner.
What?
Taco Bell.
Jesus. Why were you bottoming in the first place if you ate Taco Bell?
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Are you straight? Because this is some shit straight people do.
That doesn't match, sis.
Maybe they ate dinner Taco Bell first and then found them on Grindr after. Maybe they just really were just risking it for the biscuit.
Okay, whatever.
Also, people do that. I mean, your body does need to digest it, but Taco Bell digests fast.
Very fast.
Very
10
fast.
minutes.
Yes. I don't even want to ask them if they douched. Yeah. And they ate the ass after they ate Taco Bell.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Must have been spicy.
Dedication. When I threw up, he came in my mouth.
Wow.
At the same time.
Yummy. What a time. That sounds like an anime.
It's like...
It sounds like a hentai. Some
flavor.
Hentai shit.
It's like, imagine, I want to know that flavor. I want them to make that flavor a Lay's potato chip. Come and Taco Bell.
Come eat throw up.
Come eat Taco Bell throw up.
Come eat Taco Bell throw.
Yes. Sponsored by SpongeBob. Oh, God. I am a lot of things, but a spitter is not one of them. Okay, in this situation, girl, it'd be okay.
You can spit.
Because I don't...
You gotta let it go.
Okay, but they didn't spit.
Okay.
So I swallow everything, collect my belongings, and leave. I guess with everything but your dignity, girl. Who comes by when making someone throw up? Also, how big was her dick?
I don't know.
Also, that was also in your ass. So it was a mixture of lube, latex, ass stuff,
fecal matter,
Taco Bell puke, and cum.
Lay's potato chips, new flavor.
Yeah, Jake, you made us this when this guy got that.
I know.
Damn.
Like you could have made us that.
Yeah, wow.
I'm so sorry, guys.
On the way back to my barracks, I'm hawking loogies. And these aren't just normal loogies. They taste like latex, Taco Bell, and cum.
Oh, delicious.
I show back up to my room and instantly brush my teeth. That is the last time I let a dude face fuck me. Hope you enjoyed this.
That's it?
It's hookup time.
I was like, wow. What did we learn from that, kids?
We learned... I mean, that could have gone hot if they did it right.
True.
Like fucking in a barrack, like when you're not supposed to, kind of hot. No?
I mean, yeah, that sounds
absolutely.
Yeah, fucking in secret places. Yeah, I understand. I feel that. Feeling
Fucking,
secretive, secret fucking.
Secret fucking is great.
Fucking.
I mean, fucking when you're not supposed to.
The
There's like
danger.
a little...
That's why cruising is still a thing.
Is it still a thing?
It's still a thing.
Okay. I didn't know. I mean, have you ever... I don't think I've ever cruised.
I've never cruised either. I don't even know how to fucking do that.
Like you just like eye contact.
You just like walk around in a place and just like, yeah, I don't even know how to fucking do that.
I guess you can say I've cruised at a place where everybody was cruising. Like it was a place to cruise.
Like people even cruise at bars. I'm just like, how the fuck do you do that too? There's so many people.
Well, if it's a gay bar.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but how do you do
bar.
that in like a crowded gay bar? I don't even know how that even starts.
Think about like the parties, like the that's not a circuit party, but it's what is it?
We should bring on someone that like cruises a lot and tell us all the secrets of cruising.
I know.
You know?
It's,
you've been around the block.
I've been around the block. I haven't cruised. Like, I mean, I see people will post stuff like, "Oh, cruising at this public park and shit like that." I'm like, "What?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that everybody? How do you know that everybody there is gay?" I don't know.
I guess is there forums?
There must be forums.
I know the alleyway behind Mickey's was actually a thing. People kept on joking about it, but it was a thing.
Well, people go there. Well, people, yeah, Vaseline Alley.
Mm-hmm.
Vaseline Valley.
Vaseline
People go there to
Valley.
fuck, but they don't meet there. Like I'm talking like people. There's certain parties I know, like there's like those like big raves or whatever, but everybody there is gay.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's like you walk around and it's like that's technically cruising, where you like just make eye contact with somebody you don't know, and then there's a dark room, and then you just go in the dark room.
I've been at a party where there was a dark room before, and I stood next to it before even knowing it was like a gigantic tent, and I was just standing next to it, and I was like, oh
yeah. Yeah, you go in and you're like, oh no,
it's that thing. Oh, yeah. I didn't go in. I just saw people go in. I was like, I'm standing next to it.
You got to be careful in that because that stuff that gets me very worried because of diseases, and I've heard horror stories where people will be like they meet in the dark room, they hook up in the dark room, but then when they walk out of the dark room and they see each other for the first time, sometimes people look a lot different when you're sobered up and in the light.
Jesus Christ,
I'm just saying.
I couldn't.
But that's that.
So we have a live show coming out. Speaking of cruising.
Oh, God.
Speaking of dark rooms.
You guys want to meet us on... Ooh, let's make it like a sex hotline ad.
Meet us online.
Hey, are you single? Are you in a relationship, but, not that tightly? Are you looking for a good time? Then be sure to come hang out with your favorite gays. Well, somewhere on the spectrum. On what date?
Your favorite or least favorite gays.
Yeah.
We don't care. Just come.
Oh, you'll come. If you come, you'll come.
You'll come.
You'll come.
On what's the
you'll
date?
Be
happy.
What's the date?
June 25th.
Ooh, that's a sexy number.
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time,
Yes.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you figured out the rest. world.
It'll be all the familiar faces that you've grown to know and love.
Plus 3 like additional special guests you haven't seen on our podcast journeys yet.
It'll be fun.
It'll
be a gangbang.
It's a great sign-off for MessyPod Season 2 and sign-off for Pride Month. It is titled A Messy Season Finale, The Proudest Pride of Pride.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I could smell the poppers now.
We'll put a link wherever you can find a link in these podcasts.
If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be on the description.
Yes. And also $10 for entry.
Yum.
$40 gives you something extra.
Yum.
Some extra perks. Plus a meet and greet with your 2 favorite or least favorite ass bitches. Come, pay $40, meet us, say you love us, say you hate us, cuss us out. We don't care. Just give us money.
Well, for $10, you just get, you get full access to the whole show. You just don't get the VIP.
True.
Yummy.
It's gonna be a cute show. We're gonna try to make it cute.
I know we're pre-recording things.
Yeah.
We have special like games that we are gonna play. Mm-hmm. It's gonna get. I'm actually kind of nervous for some of them because it's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be weird.
And for the first time, guys, we've done live streams before, and this is the first time we actually have like a full company running the show.
Yeah, there's people behind the scenes running the entire show, and then the meet and greet system. They haven't really told us about that system yet, but they've done it before, so I guess we gotta trust them.
Yes. But so we don't have to worry about like connection issues, lagging issues, picture quality. Like, it's gonna all be someone else's responsibility. And all we can do is focus on you and entertaining you.
Yes, with our taints.
Because I will if you want.
That'd be a good price.
Yeah, an extra price.
If good enough people show up, we'll show
our taints. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for this because I think if this does well, then we will eventually be able to hopefully formulate an actual in-person tour. Mm-hmm. I've already told you.
2021, yeah, and our goal was 2020 to have an actual like tour start up, but then all this happened. The world happened. But 2021, we want to go. We want to have a live show at least whenever we can, whenever production and shows are allowed to continue.
Yes, and I'm excited for it. I hope you guys like it, and yeah. Yum.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Anything else we want to talk about? We have a lot more minutes left.
Do we?
We do. We have like 15 more minutes. We're only 43 minutes in.
We're planning a show.
We got to plan a show.
Yeah. That's all that's what we're trying to do.
Basically. Anything else you want to say, Jake? Want to come over here and say hi real quick?
Oh, now he's quiet.
Now he's quiet.
Get over quiet. Here, Jake. Get over here.
Well, when you put me on the spot like that, I suddenly go dead silent. Hi.
That's it?
What do you want me to say?
Say something. Talk about what did you do today?
I finished Uncharted 4.
That's great. Do you love me?
Of course.
Great. Okay.
I feel like a third wheel. Where can people find you, Mac?
Should we get Oliver real quick? Does Oliver have ooh-woo? Do you have an ooh-woo?
Look how cute you are. Oliver, just come here real quick. Oliver is the ooh-woo moment.
Oliver is ooh-woo. Wait. Gotta get the intro. We gotta get the intro. Guys, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy some ooh-woo with ooh-woo Mama of the Week with Oliver. I have a new moment for you, actually. Isn't there like a big like controversy or like a conversation right now in the K-pop community about like there might be the Grammys have contenders for Best New Artist, and this group called Super M is a big contender for being Best New Artist, and a lot of people have opinions on that, right?
Can I take this off?
Yeah, you just grab it. Go ahead.
Yes, here I am with the new... No. Yes, it's weird just because, like, I get why Super M was the one that's nominated only because they're signed with Capitol Records, which is an American whatever thing. But if you want to get down to the numbers, BTS... Controversial statement, BTS outsold. Like, we must accept. You can't even see me. Hold up. hard to move. Okay. But yes, BTS should be nominated for a Grammy because they literally sold so many fucking albums.
The only Grammy they were nominated for was Best Package, right? Packaging.
And that was Frank Sinatra's first freaking Grammy win. So, period. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, they deserve a Grammy. They sold all their stuff without bundles. Period.
What are bundles?
Bundles are like if you have a...
Okay, shut up.
A bundle is like if you see an artist that has like you buy their album and you can also get like a shirt, or like this one comes with a vinyl. Those are bundles.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
That's
what I know.
I don't know.
How
Is that your uwu? Is that your uwu?
They had the numbers. Also another uwu. June 26th is Blackpink is releasing a new single.
Shut up.
Yes.
I love Blackpink.
So after you watch our live stream, you can listen to Blackpink the next day.
But it's also Korean.
What an incentive.
But that's also the Korean time, so it probably comes out like when
we're live streaming? Oh, so while we're live streaming,
look at this is
you can stream Blackpink and MessyPod.
The concept photos are so good, and their budget, like they really said, we worked with Lady Gaga and we were on Coachella, so like we got money now, bitch. YG is finally paying attention to us.
YG,
yes.
the rapper, right?
That was literally the funniest shit that happened at Coachella. But anyway, yes. That is all.
And that was Moment of the Week with Oliver. Where can people find you, Mike?
Are we done?
Are we done?
I guess we're done.
You have anything else to say?
No, that's it.
Okay. Where can people find you, Mike?
You guys can find me everywhere if you search at MikeMGTV everywhere. Where can people find you, Mac?
You can find me anywhere if you search Mac Does It. That's MacDosit. And you can find Oliver anywhere if you search Sad Mean Boy.
And you can find Jake if you search
Jake Lindelof. If you can spell that last name.
Be sure to follow us everywhere at MessyPod on all social media. And be sure to listen to us everywhere you like to listen to podcasts every Wednesday. And the visual will come out on YouTube every Friday.
YouTube.com/MessyPod.
And you guys keep emailing us gay agendas, hookup time stories, and openings and like little fun segment openings. You guys at MessyPod@gmail.com. It has been so good. I've been getting a lot of openings again recently, and I'm obsessed with them. I'm saving them for something
they're really
special.
Cool. They're really cool.
I send them to Mac right away, and they geek out a little bit. I'm like, it's so cute. But yeah, that's it. I think that everyone has been douched.
Yeah, you've been douched.
Don't eat Taco Bell and then go bottom afterwards.
Yes, that's weird. That you can't even douche from that in the first place.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.